Welcome to the Manager Lab, where we delve into the increasingly dynamic world of talent management. In each episode, we will unravel key insights, break down the most relevant books and articles, and provide actionable tips to optimize your approach in developing and retaining top talent. Stay tuned for a deep dive into the art, science, and strategy of unlocking your team's full potential. Let's enter the Manager Lab. Today we're diving into a powerful idea from Harvard Business Review: how to build a super team that keeps getting better over time. Not just a good team, not just a high-performing team, but a team that continuously improves, even as challenges evolve, goals shift, and pressure increases. Because here's the truth. Great teams aren't static. They don't peak and plateau. They compound. And research shows that there are 7 specific practices that separate teams that stagnate from teams that accelerate. So let's break them down and, more importantly, translate them into what you can do as a manager starting today. So what is a super team? At least how the article defines it. A super team isn't just a group of high performers. It's a system. It's a team where learning is constant, feedback is normal, adaptation is fast, and improvement is expected, not just occasional. These teams don't rely on talent alone. They rely on disciplined habits. So if you're thinking, I don't have a team of all-stars, well, that's good news. You don't need one. You just need structure, consistency, and the right leadership behaviors. So let's just dive right in. What is practice number 1? Set direction, not just goals. Most managers set goals. Super team leaders set direction. Goals answer what, direction answers why and where we're going over time. When teams only focus on short-term targets, they optimize for speed. When they understand direction, they optimize for learning and progress. So the tip here is don't just say, hit this number. Say, here's the capability we're building as a team and why it matters. And make improvement part of the mission, not just a side effect. Practice number 2, make work visible. You can't improve what you can't see. So super teams make their work and their progress very visible. They use dashboards. They use scorecards. They have weekly reviews. They have shared metrics. So visibility creates a lot of clarity, and clarity drives accountability and engagement. So the tip here is to create a simple weekly rhythm. What did we try? What worked? What didn't work? What did we learn? So that when learning becomes visible, improvement becomes inevitable. Practice number 3, normalize small experiments. Super teams don't wait for perfect plans. They run small experiments. Instead of debating endlessly, they test very quickly. So try a new approach, measure the result, and then adjust. This builds incredible momentum. So ask your team this question every week. What's one small thing we can try differently? So make experimentation safe, make it expected, make it fast, because teams that experiment more learn more. Practice number 4, build fast feedback loops. Feedback isn't an event, it's a system. Super teams shorten the distance between action, insight, and adjustment. The faster the loop, the faster the growth. So the tip here is to don't wait for quarterly reviews. Create real-time feedback moments, really just like as a normal course of your day, after meetings, after client interactions, after key decisions, and make feedback specific. Not good job, but this worked because, and then be very specific about your feedback. Practice number 5, develop everyone, not just top performers. So average teams invest in stars. Super teams invest in everyone, because consistency beats occasional brilliance. When every team member improves, even slightly, the entire system levels up. So the tip here is to spend time each week coaching, not just directing. So ask yourself, what skill are you trying to build right now? How can I help you improve this week? Development isn't an annual plan, it's a weekly habit. So practice number 6, create psychological safety with accountability. This is where many managers get it wrong. Super teams are safe enough to speak up while strong enough to challenge each other. It's not just psychological safety either. It's safe accountability. People can admit mistakes, they can share ideas, and they can still be held to high standards. So the tip here is to model this behavior yourself. Say, here's what I got wrong this week, or here's what I'm learning. Because when you go first, teams will follow. Practice number 7, reflect relentlessly. The final practice, and maybe the most powerful, is reflection. Super teams pause to ask, what did we learn? What should we keep doing? What should we change? They don't just move fast, they learn fast. And so the tip here is to build a simple rhythm that looks like this. So weekly, do a quick team reflection. Maybe monthly, do a deeper review, and then quarterly, maybe have a strategic reset to where you're really deep diving into what your direction might look like. And this reflection then turns experience into improvement. So here's the big takeaway. Building a super team isn't about adding more pressure. It's about building better systems for improvement. As a manager, your role shifts from problem solver to system builder, from director to coach, and from evaluator to developer. And when you get this right, something powerful happens. Your team doesn't just perform, they evolve. They don't just hit goals, they raise standards. And over time, they become the kind of team that others look at and say, how do they keep getting better? And now you know the answer. It's not magic, it's discipline. And it starts with you. Well, thanks for listening. If this episode challenged your thinking, please share it with another leader who's serious about building a team that doesn't just succeed, but improves continuously. And until next time we meet in the Manager Lab, do good work.